So, we start with an easy one, and that is NXT Europe. An update on NXT Europe. NXT Europe is something that basically is put in place to replace NXT UK. And Triple H said in a recent Variety interview, an interview with Variety magazine, he said that more than likely we will be getting updates over the summertime, as WWE is not, basically he explained it that NXT UK was built on the independent scene of the UK, but that the UK also doesn't have something similar to the NCAA like we have here in the States. So they are going to spend the time scouting and looking for college athletes, not just independent wrestlers, but college athletes in the UK system to bring that in the UK, in Europe. They're going to spend the time scouting and bringing those people into under the WWE radar. So similar to the college recruiting program that they have been in, the Next in Line program that they have. Similar to that, they are looking to maybe set something similar to that up across the pond, and with that, allow them to not just lean on the independents as far as a developmental in Europe, but have access to collegiate athletes in Europe as well as in America, like they do with the Next in Line program. So we will be getting more updates later in the year on NXT Europe and the progress that they are making with that program. Shifting gears over to the independents with MLW, as MLW sent WWE a cease and desist letter because WWE was, assumingly, WWE may have been recently trying to get in contact with MLW stars as a way to get them a part of the, or have them be a part of the Anawahi segment on the Raw 30, the acknowledgement ceremony, basically, and MLW said they had no problem with it as long as WWE contacted them directly and WWE contacted the talent directly instead of contacting MLW, which is the cause for the cease and desist letter. Nothing came of it though not much came of it though because of the fact that they canceled the segment. But it's very likely that the people that WWE were trying to get in contact with were the members of the Anawahi family that are under contract with MLW, which I believe is Lance Anawahi and Jacob Fatu. I could be wrong, but I think those two are the ones that would be under contract with MLW from the WWE standpoint, that WWE would have an interest in for that segment. Shifting over to the WWE side, to the AEW side, according to Dave Meltzer, the reason why Wardlow has been off television recently is because Wardlow is recovering from an injury, and basically, it's not going to keep him out long term, but that is the reason why Wardlow's been gone. And he should be back soon, but hopefully, hopefully it's something that, much like we need to see with Rampage this year, where Rampage is allowed to form its own identity, that Wardlow forms his own identity outside of being the powerhouse who used to be under MJF, because I don't want to say he was the victim of stop-start push last year, or, whatever the case is. I would just say that lacking the opportunity to get proper momentum together was Wardlow's problem in 2022, and hopefully in 2023 he can get a little bit more direction and a little bit more of an opportunity to gain a proper momentum, because Wardlow is one of the top people in AEW that have the potential to break through and become a star for the future. As I mentioned in the Royal Rumble preview, Liv Morgan is an interesting person for the Royal Rumble because Liv Morgan has been insisting and pitching about the idea of becoming into the Royal Rumble at number 1, even saying in an interview building up the Royal Rumble, that she would love to come in at number 1 to prove a point to the 29 other superstars, and also likely prove a point to everybody watching that she is a hungry member of the roster, and the hungriest member of the roster, because it's not every day where somebody insists to enter the Royal Rumble at number 1 in order to prove a point. But that is exactly what Liv Morgan is trying to do by entering number 1 to prove a point. You know, and that's why I said Liv Morgan is my outlier, because if she enters early, it is very likely that Liv will be in the Royal Rumble for a long time and could be the Iron Woman this year. Because, would you not reward somebody who's willing to do that? Or, do you not think that there may be more to that story? Or is it just my opinion? I don't know. I guess we'll see what happens in that regard. But with also that being said, there was a reveal from Take-Two Interactive of the American Nightmare Cody Rhodes and how he looks in WWE 2K23, as the article reads, that the last time it's been 8 years since the last time Cody Rhodes has been in a WWE video game, and that there are some saying that Cody has the best look in the game and looks, I guess, the most like he would in real life, which says how much detail they put in to Cody Rhodes. And also, not just Cody, you have to figure that Cody's not the only one they put detail into, but how much detail they put into the character design in this game for this year. Because the one thing I would point out with 23 is the rosters are going to be somewhat, accurate, because a lot of the people in 23 are not going to be former WWE superstars, rather they're going to be current WWE superstars. And I just wonder if NXT is going to have a bigger place in WWE 2K23 than they did in 22. The last piece of news that we have to look through is Sami Zayn not being looked at as the face of WWE. Sami said it in an interview with Ariel Helwani, where he basically said he doesn't look like Brock Lesnar or Roman Reigns or, Bobby Lashley, like a traditional face of WWE, but he thinks he could be WWE champion for a few months and maybe not be the face of the company, but definitely hold the title. And Meltzer even echoed that sentiment, saying that he could see Sami being champion, but not the face of the company. I completely agree with that, and I'm not just saying that because, a week ago I said that Sami could be the one that sticks up his finger and is the one at the end of tonight. I'm saying that because I firmly believe with how things have gone, and that WWE is not incapable of taking advantage of momentum, and to say that the Bloodline segment does not have momentum and that Sami doesn't have momentum, that WWE is not incapable of seeing that and taking advantage of it. So I think that it is an outside chance that Sami could be the one that defeats Roman Reigns. And I completely agree with both Meltzer and Sami about their estimation on Sami's standing within WWE. But with that being said, I wanted to split it up where we did this segment and then these stories and then another video specifically on the Royal Rumble. So that's what's coming next in the next news video today. So stay tuned for that, and I will see you in the next one.